Hello, 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 everybody, everybody. What's cracking? What's up? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Guys, people of the seas. This is real talk right here. Real talk. This is also, if you click onto this video, it's my opinion and my opinion only. And you can either take it with a grain of salt or just go crazy in your head. Don't know. Whichever you're going to take it. But you clicked on this video, you're going to hear what you're going to hear. This is my channel. So with that being said, guys, who is toxic in a relationship? Male or a female? Who is toxic in a relationship? Male or female? This is a good question. Good. If you can, my food is cooking, by the way. It's cooking fast. But let it ponder through your head real quick. So I can say for sure that I was toxic in a relationship. I was. So I would blame a female first. And the reason being is because I'm a female and I understand how annoyed you get when your significant other doesn't text you back at a certain frame. You don't think that the significant other does like you anymore, doesn't love you no more like they used to. Like, you start processing. So I could say hands down, female, and I'm gonna say both terms. Everybody has their own opinion about this, but coming from a female and coming from how I was in a relationship, yes, I say that females have that hormones, and this goes back to one of my videos last time. Also, guys, I lost a subscriber. I am at 319. I was at 320. Don't know what I did. Probably pissed someone off. But yeah, so toxicity is more in females, I say. Because again, you have those factors coming into play where it's like you get jealous more. Now, I can also see males as well. We're doing even. I can also see males getting jealous over someone looking over their significant other, their female, because there's a lot of attractive females out there that they cause the attention, even though they're not doing any attention. And this is why I gotta tell everybody, watch out for those pretty girls. Watch out. They're attractive. If you find them attractive, so does someone else find them attractive. They wear those either high heels or very feminine or whatnot, and that's what some guys like. They like feminine. They like all that fancy danciness. And so all that fancy danciness is going to actually, is going to get you in trouble by some other males. And the other males are going to be, oh, what's your number? What's your number? Some males don't even care. Some males don't even care if they're in a relationship or anything. I was like, hey, man, you got a fine girlfriend. It's like, okay, what does that mean? You know, you can't get with her. Some are toxic in that relationship where the male is the one that's toxic. Because they found out their female was their significant other is so attractive that it attracts other people or whatnot. And so, yes, and like I said, it will go both ways. Both ways occur. And you just, again, who is toxic? Who is toxic? Here's another one, guys. Texting could be very toxic, and it's literally in every relationship, guys. Every relationship. Look at me here. Every relationship is going to have some sort of toxic text messages. Whether it's being like, I can't stand it, I can't stand him, and then you just start lashing out at each other through text messages. And text messages really go far because, well, we'll get to that in a few minutes. But since you're typing and going crazy in your mind, and you're so annoyed at the person, you start texting like crazy. That's another toxic thing, is texting like crazy, either where you at and who you with, who you talking to, or what's going on, where you been. You skipped your location. Like, what the heck? Did you turn off your location? And those little terms. And it's very understandable, by the way, guys. We're in the dark, we're doing rotational lights, and it's very, very understandable to where it's like, okay, you want to know where your significant other is, but then you're being toxic and you don't realize it. You're just like, I'm just trying to see where my man is. I'm just trying to see where my husband is. I want to see where my wife is. I want to see where my girlfriend is. Like, keeping tabs on people, basically. And like I said, who's more toxic, in the male or the female? I see both ways. The male doesn't really care too much. They don't have that in them to care that they're texting or whatnot. Females, they'd be typing up away. They'd be letting it out in a text message, all over the place. And here's another thing there, guys. What comes to realization, where is it the male or female that's toxic? And screenshots, guys. Facts right here. Before, we didn't have screenshots, or AKA receipts. But I see females, hands down, take the most screenshots. Literally, they take the most freaking screenshots, that they'll have a whole freaking album of screenshots. And that's proof that you said it. Proof that this happened. Proof, and they call them receipts. Some people call them receipts slash, things that you said on the text messages. And before, back then, we didn't have those kind of screenshots or anything like that. Back then, you actually had to go to T-Mobile or something like that and have a printout of all your freaking text messages. Yes, back then, you had to have a printout of text messages. Plus, you couldn't even text that many times. You only could text like 50 texts. Because that was back then. And I think there's still something like that, where you can only text a certain amount, but that's little budget phone. But yeah, so as far as toxicity, I think it's more of a females on the screenshots, because I've constantly seen females, oh, I have a screenshot. I personally too. And like I said, I'm a female, and I'm letting you know on a female's perspective. Because guys, they don't even think of that. Most guys, they don't even think of screenshotting or whatnot. And it's when they're hanging around with a female that screenshots everything, that's when they start tagging along, like, oh yeah, well, I'm going to screenshot this. So it's like, who's more toxic in the relationship right there? Let's see. As far as tagging your location, guys, back then, we never had any air tags. We never had Apple phones that tracked your location. Never had a tracking device on your vehicles or anything like that. Now, it's more of a tracking, where the heck are you, and why are you at Walgreens for, and you didn't even tell me you're at Walgreens for. Like, most of the time, and I'm gonna say this hands down, I'm not in a relationship, but I can say hands down, it's more of the female that looks at the guy's location. Facts. The female is the one that's really highly into where their significant other is at all times. At all times. Like, literally. Let me give it Just a sec. I'm still cooking my food. It's almost finished. So yeah, the females are the ones that are actually going to cause the stir in the pot, the big stir in the pot, basically, of screenshots, tagging your location, because not all of the times of males, they don't even care. They're males, I could tell you, are more, some males, I can't say for all males, again, this is my own opinion, but some males are so busy and distracted at work, they don't even care to look at their phone. And the younger couple right now, it's all like, oh, they'll go ahead and answer the thing. And it's just like, bruh. One thing that I know from the relationships that I have studied, basically, is that mostly the females are the ones that are like looking at you. Now, I understand, coming from my perspective, being a single, independent person, that nobody's paying my bills but myself. I understand how some females that are, well, the males that I hang out with, how some females get jealous over me for no particular reason. And it's very understandable because they see how independent I am and how I'm low maintenance and whatnot. They see that. And they chose a different route. That was them. I was never in their life until some males started realizing, oh, well, I'm going to keep my eye on her. She's not even that attractive. Like, I may not be that attractive, but it's my personality. It's not, well, basically who I am, who I have blossomed to be, and how I think. I mean, that's just personally on me. But yeah, so it's all like, I see it more on a female side than ever. Like, they'll be like, oh, where you at? I see that you're over here. And again, half of the time, males get tracked by the female all the time. Because again, I don't know, because every time I talk to a male, I ask him, I said, how are you in a relationship? And either they're in a relationship currently, or they were getting out of a relationship. And I ask them, I go up to people and I ask them, and I say, hey, so how was your relationship? Was it good? Did y'all text a lot? I'm like, oh, we text a little bit, but I had work or whatnot. And then you ask the female, and the female literally but lying like crazy, like, oh yeah, we talk every once in a while. But you can definitely see. So who's toxic in a relationship, guys? I want to know from y'all too. Like, there's so many toxic things that females do besides screenshots, besides yelling. And again, there's no way you're going to tell your significant other that's a female that, oh, you did this wrong, you're going to sleep on the couch today. No. But the female is going to be like, oh, you did bad today, you're going to sleep on the couch or outside today, or even in your car. I don't know. Who's toxic? Also, toxicity in relationships at home. Literally doing anything. Like, most women, some women, not all, are clean. And if their man makes a mess, they get cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And they're like, I like to clean it. And they're like, man, quit arguing. So again, who is the argumental in the relationship, the male or the female? Because I see more of a female. The male could care less. Again, I have made a video a while back about males caring less because they don't have that kind of hormones or whatnot. But yeah, so I mean, these are my opinions only. Nobody asked me. I just make videos just because I feel like ranting and talking about the subject. But I see more females toxic. As far as like having the last say so, who has to have the last say so? Be honest with me, guys. Who in the relationship has to have the last say so? and be so narcissistic that they have to be right and you have to be wrong? Who? I want to know what am I thinking? So if you stick around for that little question, let me know in the comment section down below. But yes, who is toxic in a relationship, male or female? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And again, my opinion and my opinion only. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.